And salutations, one and all. Welcome in. My name is Michael, the Diddlesy Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 1st Edition Reign of Winter. We are in the midst of an epic and glorious tale set in the wintry lands of Irrisen, and they feature none other than these wonderful and amazing characters from all over my Patreon who have come to join me for today's session. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Can I get a test from Lucas? Lucas, you there, buddy?
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. All right, cool. Guys, welcome in. For those of you who have not been here before, we are a TTRPG live play stream, which basically is huge and heavily influenced by our lovely audience. This is because we love playing with not only our players, but also the people who get to watch our show. So, stick around because our intro is quite long, but I am going to try and whiz through it. So, first of all, we'd like to thank our sponsors who allow us to keep this show running. In addition to the patrons you can see over here, we have a number of individuals who help us look cool and stay amazing, including, of course, none other than Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks you see on stream here, including the avatars used by those of us who are not on camera. We also have the beautiful sounds of Sirenscape for all of our needs, whether or not it happens to be the entrance of a dragon. Ah! Or if it happens to be me shooting the person who runs my tech desk.
Oh. Thought you were going to do it again.
Well, I mean, I could just be like...
And there was much rejoicing.
And there was much rejoicing. Yes. It could be just... Yeah. But yes, Sirenscape provides a soundboard of wonderful sounds for amazing games, and we encourage you guys to go check them out as well. And lastly, we use our VTT, which is Fantasy Grounds, to make me look like a good GM, even though today we had some problems. Fantasy Grounds trying to load in, taking too long, but that's okay. We forgive you. We love you because you made it in time. Now, guys, in addition, let's take a quick moment to thank, of course, these wonderful Patreons by introducing them and the characters that they're playing, starting with none other than Kyrie, being played by our lovely Calindria. This is a ratfolk slayer who is currently being haunted by the ghost of Mistwind, a former party member who had basically perished in an encounter involving a dragon. Kyrie holds his spirit in high regard as a close dear friend and has decided to carry on the spirit of Mistwind's bullshit by spitting and blaspheming in the Temple of Pharasma, therefore cursing her from the god of death, fate, and midwifery.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
It must have. I have no other explanation for it. How are you, my dear?
I am doing well, thank you.
Good, excellent. The question I have for Kyrie today is quite a simple one. Tools of the trade. As an assassin, what was one of your favorite tools of the trade? Doesn't have to be, your primary weapon. Could be anything. What do you want to do? What do you think?
Oh, that is a good question, but I'm sorry, it's got to be the dagger. She loves her main hand weapon.
Fair. I mean, yep, you use what you like. Okay. Next up on our list, playing the role of Kichiro, our kitsune samurai warrior, a person from a far and distant land who has come far and wide to learn what it is to be a hero by attending the Cinderfang Academy. After their first excursion and learning exactly how complicated it is to be a hero, they have found themselves adopting a new purpose, a new role in life, and that is as the new Black Rider, herald to the infamous Baba Yaga, queen of Irrisen and ruler of this frigid wasteland. She has gone missing, and it is now the beholden duty of Kichiro to try and restore balance by returning the Baba Yaga to her rightful place. This wonderful character is being played by our different Lucas, a.k.a. Mr. Game and Art. G'day, mate. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Frickin' splendidly, thank you. Question for you, I suppose, is what crossed your mind when you first decided to accept the mantle of the Black Rider?
That's a good question. At the time, Kichiro was definitely, he did it sort of out of a sense of duty to a fellow warrior. That's sort of what kind of went through his head, is that he kind of felt obligated to do it for this guy, even though he didn't know him, just sort of like that respect for a fellow warrior and honoring his dying wish.
No, that's cool. Honoring a dying soldier. That sounds very Kichiro. Next up, playing a character who they'd recently met, Jet, the blacksmith's son, who had joined our group after finally seeing hope at the end of the tunnel, a place where maybe the reign of the current queen of Irrisen may come to an end at the hands of the Black Rider and the entourage which follows this sorcerer who has been touched by the spirit of the Black Dragons is none other than Jet, who's played by our dear friend Marcus, the GM. Good evening, sir.
Oh.
I suppose here is the question that I have for you. You ready? This is a very deep and meaningful one. All right, really gonna get your, thoughts pumping.
Oh boy.
You ready? You in character? You feeling it?
Yeah.
Okay, Jet. Did you leave the stove on?
Ah, shit. I know I forgot something.
All right. Next up, we have playing the role of the Goblin Occultist, master of trinkets and shinies, is none other than Grax the Goblin, who is a tome eater who eats scrolls and magic parchments in order to eat up that magic and use it for their own purposes. This is played by our Goblin, who has been part of my streams for a while now. This is none other than Neil from Immersion Diversion. G'day, Neil.
Hello.
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 Grax, I suppose. The question I've got for you is this. Are you happy to no longer require a leash that the group has attached to you?
I mean, I know the party hates when I just kind of go off, but the freedom is nice again. I mean, I gotta gain their trust, so I no longer have to do that because I was the one who ended up tying it around me in the first place.
It's very true.
They couldn't accurately do it. Grax needed to use his necessary, or I had to use my necessary.
God damn it, Grax! Are you happy to not be on a leash? Was the fucking question. Good, thank you. All right, and of course, a new member to the table. We have, of course, none other than Rill, actually, he's I forgot. He's actually got a slightly different accent. This one. He's not entirely a Scottish dwarf. He's actually from the countryside, and this is Rill. And as far as I'm aware, right, he's just bumped into these folks. Nah idea how he got here, alright? Some bloke said what picked him up over on the field somewhere, and it turns out they're undead and everything. And now Real's here, and he's trying to figure his place out. And this amazing character is played by the wonderful and the amazing Brune Brassax. G'day, mate. How you doing?
Good. See, you got it just in one. You got my character down packed already.
Well, that's because I pay attention, and you're a very interesting person, and it's easy to pay attention to you. So, speaking of interesting stuff, Rill, I have a question for you, my friend. Do you have any family? And if so, who is the most important member of that family?
Real life family?
No, Rill's
family.
Rill's family.
Real's family. Okay. So it'd be, well, Real has two dads, so it'd be both of them. He loves them both equally.
Oh, that's sweet. It's a lie because you definitely have a favorite, but I'll never tell. That's awesome. That's really cool. I love that. That's amazing. And if I'm not mistaken, your dads are High elves. That's right. You're dwarf raised by high elves. So very colorful upbringing as well. And last but not least, on our roster of amazing characters, we have Cromwell, the mighty monk, played by the even mightier Tim. Now, Cromwell's journey has taken him equally as far as Kichiro's, as he has come to try and master not only his sense of the world around him, but through himself as well. After facing a number of challenges, he sees those high peaks, those distant hills, those far-stretching expanses, and decides how far, how high, how wide, and how long can he roam. Cromwell, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I think you were muted. Silence wizard.
I was just talking at jet levels.
Oh, right. Yeah, fair enough.
Yes,
now,
that is all correct.
Cromwell, my question for you is, have you ever fallen in love? And if so, what was the most memorable thing you can remember about the time you fell in love?
Has he ever fallen in love?
All you need is love. Do, 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 do.
Yes, but probably not in the traditional sense.
Like the way a man loves a car. Like, I mean, what do you mean?
Oh, no, okay, in the traditional
Man
sense.
loves a rock.
Yeah, like I mean, okay. When I say you feel like you feel towards someone, right? It's like you feel like you like someone, not the same way that you feel like having an icy pole, right? Okay, it's different kind of love, different kind of desire. Have you had a desire in like a romantic fashion?
Not in a romantic fashion, no.
Fair enough.
Only in the romanticized fashion of the scholar and the thrill of learning new things and about the world around him.
I see. Library kinks. That's okay. We got you. All right. So, so guys, this is the cast. This is what we're going to be playing with. But, of course, we have one last person to thank before we kick off with today's game, and that is you and our lovely audience. Guys, there are a number of ways you can influence the game as we play because you guys are going to be coming behind the GM screen with me to come and do cool and fun and amazing stuff. First of all, just being on the show means you earn channel points. Subscribers are earning extra channel points as they do so. You can use those for channel point rewards, which can give my players insight bonuses, inspiration, summon wandering monsters, magic items, whole bunch of cool stuff there. Or if you got a little bit of extra cash to burn and you want to help me keep my lights on, or as you can see above there, help me get to Gen Con, because I'm going to go to Gen Con, because that's the airfare ticket. That's just the ticket. That's not accommodations on my Gen Con pass. That's just getting me there. So, thank you in advance for anyone who's donating to that. But for $5, you guys can give a hero point to one of the players, which are these little red marks, or jinx points to me. These can be used to stave off death, roll with advantage, petition the GM for nonsense, or, of course, get a short, small bonus to your rolls as you play. For $10, I will draw from a random deck of plot twists. I will draw 3 cards. You will pick one of these 3 cards, and that plot twist will come to fruition. For $20, you can give someone the golden 20, which is a natural 20 to use at your beck and call. One can also go to me, just saying, putting it out there. Just like, look, no nat 20s. For $50, which is a big old reward, you can either increase the difficulty of a boss encounter, making like a minion, a boss, a super boss, a whole bunch of cool stuff there. Or you can give someone a magic item because you like them, and you go, hey, you buddy, you get a magic item. You get a magic item. We have a few things that are coming up already. We have, of course, I know Rill has recently acquired a legendary weapon, and Grax has pretty much pieced together the suit of the White Weasel Radiant. So there are many. Yeah, there are many cool magic items up for grabs. And lastly, we have the big old secret menu item, the $100 secret menu item. Now, the secret menu item is a secret because, of course, we deal with, kind of like, I look, I think real, actually, Bruno can probably understand this better than me. Australia's got what we call scab culture, right? We don't like asking for money. We won't. This is why this is why the only time you'll ever hear me ask for money, it'll be at the start of a show, never again, because it's weird, it's awkward, and I hate it. But the $100 big one is always a huge and meaningful donation to me. So I always try to make it something big, something amazing, something that changes the scope and score of my game. And today's session is going to be this. It is going to be a direct divine interference. That is to say that Kyrie, who is currently being cursed by Pharasma, will be presented with a massive choice. A huge one, in fact, which will involve the arrival and the interference of a god-level encounter. What that means and what that entails, well, I wouldn't really share that yet. But if we hit that secret menu item, that's what we're going to be playing with. So, that's everything.
Did you see the donations that have already come in?
No, I saw a $20 donation.
Yes, you have a jinx point to you, a hero point to Kichiro, and a plot twist.
All right, so hero point to Kichiro and who?
Jinx point to you.
And a jinx point to me. Hell yeah. And that was from Schoolie, I believe.
Yes.
Thank you, Schooly Eye, for your generous donation, you glorious and wonderful person, as well as the freaking gift subs that you exploded my freaking chat with, as well as Calindria and D. Campbell for the subs, and Campbell as well for those big old biddies. Now, as for the plot twist choices for you, Schooly Eye, are A Rock and a Hard Place, Lucky Day, or The Road Most Traveled. So those options again are A Rock and a Hard Place, A Lucky Day, or The Road Most Traveled. Take your pick, let me know in chat, and we'll make it happen. All right.
And then he also wanted to remind, I don't know if someone got the other part of the Weasel set last week. I couldn't remember. I only knew about Rill's thing.
I thought that was it for the weapon.
I don't think we got the other part of the Weasel set. I think you guys needed to explore the temple a bit more to find it, which is why you hadn't yet. So, Neil, what do you have currently?
Well, I currently have the lens, the boots, and the belt.
And the claws?
And, no, those are the ice bear claws.
Oh, they're the ice bear claws. Lens, boot,
Kyrie.
belt. Yep.
And then Kyrie has the horn.
And the horn. Lens, boot, belt, horn. Okay, the last thing was the scarf.
I have written down... wait.
So you haven't gotten the scarf yet. Okay, cool. Thank you for the reminder. I will remember it. Rest assured. It shall be remembered. Okay. Boom.
Yeah.
All right. Without any further ado. Ooh, okay. I see your thing, Schooly Eye. We'll pull that aside. Now. Our journey continues. In the cold lands of Irrisen, our party well and truly upon their road, heading past Waldsby, through the Horf Wood Forest, and across the open plains towards Whitethrone, where they hope to find the Baba Yaga's hut, and with it, the Baba Yaga herself. You see, Irrisen, every so often, is supposed to replace its Winter Queen with a new daughter of the Baba Yaga. Such has been the case for many years, heralded by the riders, the black, the white, and the red. It has always been the way. But with the Black Rider having been attacked, and the Baba Yaga nowhere to be seen, things are uneasy here in Irrisen. The Queen has begun a motion to try and freeze the rest of the world by creating portals from here and all across the realms. Our heroes now seek not only to replace the Queen, but to bring an end to this foreboding winter that threatens their lands and all others. After arriving at a small and relatively abandoned village, our heroes found out that that in the wrath of the minions of the Winter Queen, two priests of Pharasma betrayed their deity and became undead creatures known as Hakuva. Giving themselves up to the Baba Yaga in their last moments of death, they began to collect people from all around in order to sacrifice them for the blessing of the Baba Yaga. Thankfully, our heroes arrived in the nick of time and prevented Rill and the other hostages from being executed, thanks to Kichiro, well, not even posing, but just simply being the Black Rider and herald to the Baba Yaga. After this, the undead became rather more helpful, giving them information, supplies, things to consider, as they prepared to continue onwards from this position. With a new companion in tow, Rill, the group tried to find some shelter from the large, foreboding winds that now howled across this open plain, and came upon a cave that was held by a fey creature known as the Cold Rider. Knowing that these were kind of like almost progenitors to the rider that Kichiro is, the group engaged it in a conversation, then glorious battle, defeating it and claiming the cave for themselves. It is here, huddled in the warmth, that our heroes have their night's rest. But during that night, a few things go awry. Kyrie,
Yes.
as you fall asleep, your mind begins to race. Visions and I guess sounds undescribable begin to wash over your mind as you try to concentrate and focus, but you struggle. The more you try to relax, the harder it seems to get. You awaken in a familiar place, a large cemetery that stretches outwards across infinity. At its heart on the horizon, a tall tower that reaches up to impossible heights. Moreover, a large moon, larger than it should be, stretched out, bearing the visage of a stern skull, gazing down upon you. This is the Boneyard, the realm of Pharasma.
Do I feel, sense, hear Mistwind at all, or just this place?
Looking around, you see a number of graves. Some of which have the names of your allies, each and every one. You may choose, if any, who you would like to unearth. You can unearth everyone if you'd like. That is also fine.
Which one's closest to me?
Which one's closest to you?
Yes, I'm going to start with them.
Probably Kichiro.
All right. While keeping an eye on, well, everything, I'm going to start trying to unearth his grave.
Oh, muted.
Begin to dig. With your hands clawing at the earth. The ground is hard and compacted, but eventually you hit wood and find the crypt, or the coffin of Kichiro. Pulling it open, Kichiro, you gasp for air as you find yourself drawn into the dream of Kyrie.
You gonna say something?
Yes. He's gonna look around, obviously confused. Where am I?
Kyrie is going to noticeably relax a little bit, because she was honestly worried that this was going to be you being undead and about to eat her face off. So she's real thrilled that that's not the case. And she'll keep her voice low and say, hurry, help me get the others, while motioning to the graves.
Digging through.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, no. I was just going to say, unless there's something else you want to do, go ahead.
I was just saying, still very confused. He will begin to help digging.
All right. Hands and claws, you begin to dig through the earth, and one by one, Jet, Grax, Rill, and Cromwell, you are dug out of these shallow graves and burst from your coffins. You all see the same sight before you. You all feel the coldness in the air. Weirdly enough, the air does smell very pure. Probably the cleanest air you've ever smelt. Because in this place, even the bacteria is dead.
Ooh.
So, you all gather around your various open graves now, looking down at them in some sort of macabre procession that lies in front of you. The scene is yours.
I was in a cave a second ago. What happened?
Quick OOC question. There is no grave for Mistwind, or if we dig it up, is it empty?
So you cannot see a grave for Mistwind.
Okay. And
What's
do
wishing?
we know what this is? What this place is?
You know this. Well, first of all, you know this to be a dream, quote unquote. that is based upon the Boneyard, the realm of the dead. This is where all souls eventually come to be judged and to be sent to their rightful place in the afterlife.
All right, so Kyrie will motion for everyone to come close so she can, again, keep her voice low, dream or not. And she's going to pass on that this is sort of the thing that happens to her every night, the restlessness, the cold, the fear, the graves are new, but I'm glad that you're all here because I can't do this alone.
Yes, this is somewhat familiar with the last meditation we did with you. I wonder if have you seen any messengers turn up this time?
I've only just gotten here and I dug you guys out, so I've not seen anyone else besides us here.
So what you're saying is we're in your dream right now.
Yes.
Well, this is all very confusing, isn't it? Well, you just placing you in your cave and then you're over here.
Well, think of it more of a spiritual shift.
Oh, I've had one of those. That's why I got me nifty axe. You see, I'd wave it around. I'll wave this little axe around.
When did you get that?
Well, I had an out-of-body experience.
Guys. Grax, I will put you back in the ground.
No.
He's
No,
going to tell.
stop.
He's going to tell.
I'm okay. I'm not dead. Greg's gonna look around, see if he can see anybody other than us around.
Real also has a bit of a look around.
I think Grex would know a little bit about the boneyard.
What'd you know?
I think. I mean, maybe.
You assume too
When
much.
you said that, I love it.
Well, Grax has bones. This is a boneyard.
You can make a knowledge planes or a knowledge religion check.
Okay, which one is better? Because I do have both of them.
And that'll be the equivalent to anyone else who wishes to take a quick moment to look around.
Planes.
I have neither of those.
Nope.
Religion, they're both. So I will do planes because I don't ever get to use that one.
That's a bit
Wow, 28.
28's good. Cromwell has also got a 26. That's pretty good. Rill, 18's pretty good. All right. So, Rill, let's start with you. What you know about the Boneyard is pretty much as I've described. It is an endless graveyard that is in the multiverse as a place for the dead. In the center is Pharasma's tower, the goddess of death. Those souls pretty much line up in hopes of climbing this tower and seeing Pharasma so that their souls may be judged and sent to the right gods. However, it is not uncommon for souls to be predated upon throughout the Boneyard by those who would traffic in souls or even devour them. Creatures such as daemons, who are kind of outsiders who are focused almost entirely on the eradication of souls, tend to lurk and stalk these boneyards, waiting for an opportunity to strike at the unsuspecting souls that dwell here.
So Matt Damon's.
Sure. Lots of Matt Damons. The 26 and the 28, you know something further. Up in the sky above you is a large moon, as you can see, depicted as a skull. This is Grotius. He is the god of, quite simply, the end. Watching down from his perch on high, he simply waits. No one knows his motive. No one knows his purpose. No one knows exactly what it is that happens at the end. But when the last soul finally passes through the tower, it is said that that is when whatever he is waiting for will happen. And that will be the end. Now, this place is also not an unwelcoming place, despite its rather grim facade. There are a number of different creatures known as psychopomps who reside in the Boneyard that welcome those who travel into the realm of death. As you look around, you can see maybe a few of them off in the distance here and there. Some of them appear to be four-legged creatures with crocodile skulls, others flying vulture-like humanoids. And these creatures are ferrying, protecting, and sending messages between different places, all in a bid to serve their master, Pharasma. One
Do any of
seems to
them
be...
look hostile?
Yeah, they're giant flying skeletons. Most of them look hostile. But Grax and Cromwell would know the hostile ones from the non-hostile ones. For example, nearby, flying through the air, you see one of these vulture humanoids that flies past. Cromwell, you recall this from the meditation that you had with Kyrie before. This is a Vanth. All right. There you go. I've described as much of the scene as I possibly can.
So Kyrie is going to look to our more religious inclined people.
Well, that
like
Well, Grex kind of
Those
points
ones-
at the right direction of the vamp, and he's like, "Well, that thing's not, or that one's not hostile or anything. So we could probably ask that
They were more
why,
kind
either
of
why we're here
messengers.
or yeah. We better hurry before it flies away."
Yeah, so are we going to move up there and just ask it?
I say, how do you grab
It's
one's
flying.
attention?
Hey, vamp!
As you call out, Grax, you see the creature sort of turn. It stops and kind of looks around, like kind of almost like it sort of hovers and gets its bearings. You call again, and it looks and flies in your direction, landing with huge, billowing, ruffling feathers.
It's like that.
I'm glad I didn't put you back in the ground.
I kind of put an arm around Kyrie, and I kind of like slide her forward. I said, well, you're here for some other reason. Maybe you should talk to him.
Perhaps we could try and find directions to some of the scenery that was mentioned in your poem/warning previously, Kyrie, about the some kind of mourning tree and petals falling off, and
That sounds like a good idea.
Well,
I see the yawn dag. I see it.
It is there. Well, it is. The creature is there. It stands before you.
Well, Kyrie, he's listening.
Why don't you go ask it a question?
Kyrie is going to walk up to it. She's not fully trusting that this thing isn't going to try to bite her head off, because it was Grax that told her that. So
We got your back. It's all right. We're all right here. We're ready. All right.
Don't worry, if it tries anything funny, I'll put it in my book.
and she'll
Nice.
ask, "What are we doing in this place?"
That is not a question that I'm afraid I can answer. This place is for those people prepared to move on. You seem as though you have come here, not with your souls, but with something else. Your consciousness, perhaps. But no more. Your bodies and spirits lie elsewhere. Astral travelers, maybe, or dream walkers, if I were to guess.
Why'd you ask him his name?
His name. Who do we ask how we came to be here?
Sorry,
or
you said.
what we're to do here? Excuse me.
If you seek purpose here, then you might want to speak with one of the Carinas. They are the guardians and the keepers of those who have not become accustomed to their state. They are the ones who welcome those and help them come to accept death is not something to fear, but an old friend.
Do you have a guide? Do you have somewhere that can guide us where we're going to go?
We have no such guide as you would describe, but if you were to follow towards the large tower of Pharasma, there are several gardens there, full of the smells of sweet water and roses. You will find the Karinas sure enough.
You said
All right,
garden,
so-
garden?
What was that
Gardens
word?
and
Find the
roses.
what?
Karina.
Karina.
Okay.
Isn't it nice that he repeated that for us? That nice?
He's a gentleman, this one.
I am
Gardens
Uh,
and Roses do seem like a kind of place described somewhat in your last poem.
Indeed. Kyrie is going to, in a very un-Kyrie manner, she's going to bow her head and say, thank you for your assistance.
It is not my assistance I offer. My duty is to protect your kind. Unfortunately, with you not being dead, there is little else I can offer you. My sword must be used to keep these places safe, for they are not. Be wary, traveler. While you may not be here as soul or body, it does not mean you are not vulnerable.
Hey, from who? Who should we watch out for?
He does not answer. Instead, he stretches out his large, glorious ebony wings and takes to the sky, heading further into the graveyard, ever continuing his tireless patrol.
Thanks, Vance.
Kyrie will turn to the group and say, I don't expect all of you to come with me. This may not end well for me.
Are
I'm the
you
only one
kidding?
that
I've
has
always wanted
to...
to come here without being dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, you will at some point, I realize. But I will not think less of any of you if you would like to attempt to return to the waking world.
Rill shrugs, points at the tower, and begins to walk. Looking back, making sure people are going to follow him.
I will.
I'll
And
like
then we all
stop and
left
get
Rill.
slower.
Checked once to test something, so he holds his hand out as he attempts to cast light, just to see if his magic still works, and even though, like they said, they assume they're asleep.
Your light glows in your hand and illuminates the area around you like a lantern.
All right. Immediately he closes his hand around it so it like dissipates. Well, my magic works, so I guess that means we may have an effect on this world. Let's do it. What's the worst that can happen? We all die?
We all died of the other psychopomps that weren't like.
I believe that could be actually much worse than death if something happened here.
Our souls will be trapped forever.
Oh yes, things to that effect.
Kichiro, where in the order are you walking?
He would probably wait for everyone to go first and then take up the rear to ensure nothing comes up behind them.
All right. As you do so, Kyrie, where are you walking in relation to everyone as well? I'm imagining Rill is at the front, maybe Grax not too
I would
far
say,
away.
yeah, probably catching up to Rill.
Yeah, okay.
I don't move very fast.
No. Well, I mean, someone has
do
to.
I.
Yeah, someone needs to be setting the
Caught-
pace, so that's
He
usually
went
the...
ahead so that we could catch up easily.
Mm.
Like by the time we got there, he would. Yeah.
Now, as you begin to make your way forward, the road seems tireless and endless. It feels as though you've been walking for hours, and the tower does not seem to be getting any closer. Further up ahead, you can see that there are several mausoleums that have been toppled over, smashed with large and very, very deadly looking rocks. Almost as if someone had torn up the tombstones and used them as munitions to launch them into various locations. The further you get in, the more destruction that seems to be in this wake. You can see that there's a large gnarled tree that has been ripped off and dragged across the ground and then thrown into like this large pile on top of the tombstones. As you make your way forward,
And Kyrie is thinking, I didn't do anything.
that's true. You see that there is a thick smell in the air, almost like gamey smell, like this dog kind of waft that hits you square in the face.
Grex puts his shirt over his face. It smells like wet dog, and that is not a Grex favorite smell.
Oh, is someone let off? What's that? It wasn't me this time, I swear.
Well,
If it was wet wolf, it'd be better, but
given how loud you guys are being, I don't think this is going to be a problem. Not at all. You suddenly hear a sound.
guys
Well,
run.
now you've done it.
Guys run.
You hear a thunderous set of footsteps, not charging in your direction, but like moving, like agitated. Bum 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 bum, dum, dum dum, dum, dum 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 dum, bum, bum. Like something's moving back and forth, like trying to find something. When over the just over the lip of the rise that now gets in front of you, you see this.
Oh, that's cute.
It begins to
It's
sniff.
not what Kyrie says, that's me.
Whoa, what's that? Oh,
She's. I would say, Kyrie, I'd like to harshly whisper to Grax and Cromwell, this is a bad one, right? This is a bad one?
Definitely bad. We definitely bad.
Okay, cool.
Real stops and
I
looks
study
at
it.
it.
I study that shit.
I make sure everybody else is there.
I know you're there, mate. Me. Find you. Crush you. Your soul torn. Come out. Do not cower.
Okay, based on where it is and where we are, like, is this thing just too far away? Are we hidden behind something? Is it hidden behind something? Might it be blind?
It's further up the road, and it's just kind of like looking out. Basically, it heard you from a distance, but doesn't know how far or where exactly you are. This place has kind of got an effect on the senses, which makes it difficult to track people down.
Okay. So
For
we
the
could,
first
in
time-
theory, hide behind something?
I was going to say, for the first time ever, Real whispers. Well, maybe we should, like you suggested, we should eyeball something. Maybe we should look out for this one.
We gotta hide. I don't know if it has great smell because of everything that smells around here, but I still say we try to mask our scent also with something.
The ground that we're walking on, what is it?
It's kind of like soft and loamy soil.
Does it have a scent?
It's kind of like bog scent, I guess.
All right, I'm going to pick up a clump of it and rub it on Grex.
Before we move out of its line of sight, can I look over it and actually, tell? Is it trying to look for us, or is it losing sight, or something like that?
Oh, it's absolutely looking for you, no doubt.
Is there any like small rocks nearby?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'd say so.
Jack is going to pick one up and try to like toss it, like at least a distance away from them, to like hopefully the noise will distract it.
All right. Make a bluff check as you attempt to distract it.
Ooh, I think that's one of the that's one of the things I'm really good at.
Rolls a nat 1.
I was saying.
No, that is a nat
Oh!
20.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a...
You really gonna do this to me?
Here we go.
That's a reroll!
Oh,
That's
Oh, no.
I hate you.
That's better. All right.
No.
As you hurl the rock into the distance, unfortunately your throw goes a little bit off and hits a nearby tombstone. As it
can I
does,
give him one of my hero points?
you cannot.
Ah.
All right. As you do so, it immediately turns to you.
I tried, sorry.
And-
Dig.
And we're gonna go into initiative as it charges at
Dig
you.
a hole.
Real like plants his feet and gets ready.
All right.
Well, here he comes. Watch out, guys. Here
Whoa.
he comes. Oh, guys.
Tony!
With everybody's help.
Oh jeez, I am last. Oh boy.
I have another OOC question.
Yeah, go on.
How does health work since we're in the dream world?
Don't die.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm still
All right.
exhausted even though I'm asleep. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, real quick, first of all, I'd like to say a big old shout out and thank you to Tony the Tiger. You're great. Thank you for the 5 freaking community subs, you bloody legend. So good to have you here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Just a quick recap for you personally, because I mean, I can. It's my show. The group is currently in a dreamscape version of the Boneyard, which is, of course, the land of the dead. They're trying to get rid of Kyrie's curse because she's been cursed by Pharasma, the goddess of death. They have gone to go and meet with Karina, one of the greeters of the realm of the dead, and have encountered a daemon. And just because it's you, and just because of your kind donation, I'm going to give a free insight bonus to our group, and that is, it is a Sustodaemon. Now, a Sustodaemon is a type of daemon that is based on war. These guys specifically are like foot troops to the daemons, and all they want to do is one thing: destroy souls. That's their only goal in life, and that's what it intends to do with you guys. But of course, you're going to make it difficult as we go into initiative, starting with Grax.
Okay. How far away is it?
It is 40 foot down the path.
Oh. Oh, it was kind of far, but all right. You know what? I immediately, kind of instinctually, I open my book, flipping through, and as I kind of flip through, a glitter kind of pops off it, and I'm going to throw it at 40 feet away, casting glitter dust.
Oh, very nice. All right, how does glitter dust work?
So it blind. Okay, so it's medium range, 100 feet to 10 a level more. So 150. One standard action. It is a will negates. It lasts for 5 rounds, but okay. So it says, and it's an area 10-foot radius spread from the spot. A cloud of golden particles cover everyone and everything in the area, causing creatures to become blinded and visibly outlining invisible things for the duration of the spell. All within the area are covered by the dust, which cannot be removed and continues to sparkle until it fades. Each round, at the end of the turn, their turn, blinded creatures may attempt new saving throws to end the blindness effect.
All right. So, going for the blindness. Now, by the way, I did not prepare this encounter, so bear with me, because, guys, this is also, while I'm doing this, a great show of how good Fantasy Grounds is. because this is how hard and this is how difficult it is to make an encounter from scratch. It is not difficult at all. In fact, I can do it while I'm on stream, live with a bunch of people. And that is it. This is a map that I just have. I just drag and drop all of my players onto the map, as well as my encounter. Share it with my party, and Bob's your uncle. There it is. How good's this map? And you know what? Let's add a little bit of flavor to this.
And I can't use a hero point to make it reroll, right?
You can't make me reroll, no.
Yeah, okay. Dang it. So yeah, you succeeded. Oh, you just succeeded too with the 16. Dang it.
Alright, there we go. Misty Graveyard, activate. Okay. Done. Boom. Okay. So, as you've tried to cast Glitter Dust at it, unfortunately it has no effect. Glitter does not work on this Devourer of Souls.
It almost did.
Kichiro.
But yeah.
Yes, but there's no
Almost did.
Nobel Prize, mate.
I know. In which case, then I'm gonna kind of try and back up. Because I still move, so I'm like... run. 5.
I run. Well, where's he going? Look at that guy. He's just going back over that way.
Yeah.
No, we go back here.
Probably looking for something to blow up.
Alright. Grax has moved a little bit further back. Kichiro, we are up to you now.
Yes. You said this thing is 40 feet away currently?
Yes.
All right.
I might need to move it back a little bit.
Kichiro's just going to move up a little bit, maybe 15, 20 feet, and then basically draw his sword and ready in action to strike whenever this thing gets within range, essentially.
All right. You're welcome to move yourself if you'd like to. Otherwise, beautiful. I love it. So with sword in hand, Kichiro readies to do the quick draw slash as this creature rushes in, which you do not need to wait for long. The daemon slams its fists into the ground, propelling itself forward as it lunges in your direction. Kichiro, your attack goes off before it hits the ground. Its both hands clasp above its head as it prepares to thrash you. Who is making auras?
That's me, sorry.
I actually got really concerned when I saw that pop up. I was like, okay.
That wasn't me. That had nothing to do with me.
Bashes the ground, and the ground just...
All right. So Kichiro, make your attack.
Alrighty.
Ooh, yeah.
You hit it directly across its abdominal muscles. Let's see that damage. Boom! 19, but reduced to 9 damage as you hit it across the chest. It launches a claw attack against you. It is going to add power attack to this as it tries to hit you extra hard. That will be a hit. Let me just check this. All right, there we go. And with a claw that hits you, 15 points of damage as that one claw whaps into you. Not a great deal, but it only gets the one attack as it had to move up this turn. All right, that is all it does, though. Kyrie.
Can I make it in 20 feet? Is that a thing I can do?
Oh, yes, you can.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna stab him.
All right, you rush over.
Stabby, stab, stab.
Make your attack as you stab with your knife. That is a solid hit. Deal your damage.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Unfortunately, with the stab, there is no damage. Actually, did you study the target? You did.
Yes, I added the 2 already, but the exhausted is.
Don't you get to
kinda
add a
screwing me
D6?
little too. No, that's sneak attack.
Yeah, but don't you get that on study
Study is
targets?
just-
I feel like your sneak attack works on
No?
studied targets.
You're a
Hold on, let me
slayer,
just-
not a. You're a slayer, not a rogue. I think you get it on.
The Slayer
on
catches the
studied
opponent
targets.
unable
If I
to
catch
defend
an opponent
themselves.
unable to defend itself.
Anytime would be denied the dexterity bonus, like, yeah, or when a player flanks his target. Additional, should the Slayer score a kick or... Oh, no. No, you're right. No, yeah, okay, so you need to be...
sorry.
Yeah, no, he still needs to be flanking and stuff. Okay, cool. No worries.
Oh.
Okay. So, as your blade finds purchase, unfortunately, its thick hide is much more difficult to penetrate than you had anticipated. Even leaning your weight into it does not penetrate deep into its thick woolen hide. But that brings us then swiftly to Jet.
Jack is going to cast mage armor on himself.
the
So-
gorilla's pounding on his chest, and Jet's like, "Oh yeah, ching! No thanks."
So the way I see his mage armor working is that it takes the shape of instead of armor, just like draconic scales.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I love that. So
Yeah,
like you watch these black scales, like.
Yep, exactly. As he's going to move right there.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. All right,
I want
with an
to try
armor of
something
mage
else later.
now cast upon your body, and you having moved forward, we then go back to Grax, who is pulled behind the little mausoleum.
I can still see him from here, right?
You missed me.
Did
Yes.
Rill and Cromwell
did I?
go?
Hold on, wait, where's Rill and Cromwell? Oh, sorry, my apologies. Yes.
Oh.
Rill. No, I don't know why. It literally jumped over Rill and Cromwell to Jet on my thing. I don't know why. I think I accidentally.
Oh, you
clicked
got
on it.
this, guys. It's all right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
All
the
right.
Cromwell
All right,
there.
Rill. Rill, you're up.
Righto. So Real is going to move forward up to Kichiro.
Mm-hmm.
If he can just move in just behind him, I think might have to move the tokens around a little bit, and reach my hand out and tap him on the shoulder, and I cast Sanctuary. Okay.
Ooh.
Well, you just gotta be protected now. It's all right.
As you do so, your body is filled with an imminent regret. As this large gorilla hand.
Oh no.
What you
Gotta reach,
hear?
yeah.
What you hear? Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. It's been a long time since I've done this, but let's see if I can nail this. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Oh no.
You're gonna crack all your
Almost, yeah.
fingers.
No,
Oh.
it doesn't crack all your fingers. It's just
Nice.
that tightening sound, that leather sort of like clasping. And as it does so, you hear this noise as this huge fist with power attack still attached to it comes crashing down onto you.
You use power attack and a reaction. No, just kidding.
Well, no, because the power attack happens for every single attack you make afterwards. So it's just he can't turn it off. All right.
Why would he?
I was gonna die.
And as the fist hits, oh, it's not bad. 11 points of damage. And as that happens, I need a concentration check.
Okay, so where do I find that?
If you look on your character sheet,
Yep. Is it under combat?
okay, so under at your actions tab,
Actions, yep.
And then if you look under where it says your spells,
Yep.
there should be CC.
Oh yeah, under the spell I cast.
No. It should be where it says cleric, CL5, that's your cast level, and the next to that CC.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
Natural 20. You managed to concentrate. Unless I
Maybe.
use a jinx point and
That's
make you
right.
re-roll it.
He really wants to kill us.
Yum 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 yum.
oh no! Oh yes! Oh no!
Okay. What'd you get?
Oh, do I re-roll? Oh, sorry.
You do re-roll it.
Oh.
What a turnaround!
Can
you
I
do
use my hero point to do that?
You can use your hero point. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna use.
All right. Firing back with a hero point. Let's see how it goes.
Split the difference. Very nice.
No. Well, 19 is enough. So yes, 19.
Split the difference, yeah.
Is my
Oh, actually, hold on. No, I apologize.
my
19
concentration
is.
should be up.
Damage, isn't it?
Yeah,
should be
it's 10 plus damage.
Two.
Why should it be 2
mine
more?
should be 2 more. Because I have War Cleric.
Oh,
feat.
right. Yes.
War
no,
Priest.
You
Oh,
do
so
have
it
the
does
War
hit
Priest feast. You do have that. Let me see if I can add that to you. I don't know if I can. Concentration check. Here we go. Concentration check. Oh, there we go. +2. There we go. Done. I've now added your concentration check to reflect that. Because yes, I'm aware you do have a feat that gives you 2.
That brought him just to what he needs.
Yes,
Did
it
it?
did. You got to exactly what you need.
Wow.
All right. So, at this point in time, you do manage to cast Sanctuary. It goes off on Cromwell. Oh, sorry, not Cromwell. Kichiro, as Kichiro is now covered in this gloriously glowing bubble of safety. He will need to make a will save if he has any hopes of hitting Kichiro. Cromwell, it then goes to you.
Right. See the map. So this guy's got a lot of horns.
He does have a lot of horns.
And he's very big.
He needs a few
Yes.
less ones. Yeah.
It's a rip him off.
Oh,
Like a minotaur they can't rip off. I don't actually know.
all right. I will attempt. Is this actually the terrain, or is he like towering over this? I kind of like this bit here. Like, would that be still next to him?
Yeah, that would still be next to him. It's kind of like up near where the nape of his neck is.
Right. Perfect. So I will flying kick over and try and stun him with a kick to the head.
Ooh, very nice. All right, make your attack.
Thorns are his weak spot and also his most powerful spot.
Go for
the
His
eyes.
weakness. Go for the horns. Yeah.
Can I use the hero point at the same time to try as the part of the attack to like grab his horns and flip over his back, so end up
Oh.
behind him?
I will not take a hero point from you for that, but I will allow you to make an acrobatics check to do this as part of it.
Cool. What do you want first?
Let's go with your attack first.
Okay. Oh, that was a 17, and then it bounced back to a 3.
That is unfortunate. But you do have a hero point if you want to use it.
I don't even know what we need to hit this guy.
It's very true. Definitely not a 3.
No. I'll just try the acrobatics to finish the land on the other side, and then I'll just use the continue the full attack and
Sure.
see how I go with the next ones.
All right, let's do it.
Hero point is going to do anything or not.
All right, with a 21, you do not manage to land safely on the other side. He is going to take a free swat at you. He is going to hit you. And I need you to roll me a d8.
Is he able to do that even though he attacked me already?
It's part of the special cinematic stuff more than anything else. Group inspirations. Everyone now gains a free inspiration, which is a free reroll with no cost. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So 1, 2. All right. So you end up here, by the way, which is where you land.
Okay.
So
I mean,
not too far. Yeah, not too
pretty
far
good.
off where you wanted to be. But you got a clip for your effort.
And then I'll try another stunning fist now into his back.
All right. Let's see it.
Go. All right.
Nice.
Nice,
that's
solid hit.
Ooh.
Okay, as you struck at him, there is a solid hit, but unfortunately, the damage is absorbed. And it deals no damage.
Do we have any idea exactly what gets absorbed?
Your attack got absorbed. Nom 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 nom.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, but do we know why?
Likely because, well, I mean, your characters haven't really dealt with outsiders before, so actually no, you made your knowledge checks, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'd
We
say
made a
it's,
knowledge
okay.
check for a plane check for the plane. Not
Yeah,
for
let's
the-
go with knowledge planes to know what this thing is.
Okay.
Anyone who
Yeah,
wishes
I
to
was gonna
may
do this.
make it.
Cool. I was gonna do
Not
this. on my
knowledge
turn,
planes,
If I can just
did
make
you
it, yeah.
Nice, Cromwell definitely knows.
22.
Yeah, planes. So this is a cesto demon. Most outsiders have some sort of damage resistance depending on what plane they're from. In this particular case, this creature has damage reduction against good or silver. So if you have good or silver, you should be able to bypass it.
Oh gosh.
That had better.
That's fairly specific.
Mm. All right. I believe that brings us to the end of your turn, unless I'm mistaken.
I can do a key strike, but is he large or?
He's large.
Large?
10 seconds on the clock.
Is there a, I'm trying to remember what all the grapple rules are.
Combat maneuver versus CMD, and then we go from there. If you do not have the feat, you will get an attack of opportunity. However, he has expended 2 attacks of opportunity this round. The odds of him having more are not overly likely.
I do have the feat anyway.
Cool.
Right, I'll try and initiate that.
Try and initiate a grapple.
Yep.
All right, let's see it.
So I get a +2 from the feat.
Oh.
All right, that will grapple as you reach around and manage to grab him by some of the fur around his elbows and pull him back so that his body is unnaturally taut and he's pulled into into a grappled position.
Okay.
So,
That's it.
the dagger that I used is a Masterwork silver dagger.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yes, but it didn't do any silver. It doesn't have that any of the damage is silver. So, how do I?
Oh, you just need to write it in as silver.
It does say Masterwork Silver.
Does it say silver in the damage type?
No, it's just got piercing
No,
and slashing.
Piercing and slashing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the area. Okay, so just manually type in silver there, and that should be fine. I will deal 5 damage to him.
Go, Kyrie, you got this.
Hooray.
Yay! I did a thing, guys.
You're gonna have to finish him off too.
Well, good work. You got a scratch on him now.
Okay. All right. Okay, and I believe then that brings us to the end of initiative, and we get to the top of the round, which is Grax.
Grax is currently trying to think of.
Sorry, 1 second. Let me just lower the music real quick.
Oh, good.
Okay. Sorry. Carry on.
Grax is thinking if there is a elemental that has good damage.
No.
Oh no! Shit! I can't do anything to this guy. I don't have
Most of us
silver
can.
crossbow bolts. I don't have. Oh gosh! I guess. Oof! What can I do? I can try to blind him again. You know what? It's a 10-foot radius. I'm gonna get close again, kind of here. Can I see him from here? And I'm 10 feet away.
Let me see. Where are you at? Yeah, you can see him from there.
Okay. So I'm going to put it in a spot where 10 feet won't hit Cromwell or Kyrie, and just so it hits the what did you call it, the Custo demon or Custo demon? I don't remember. But the monster, the creature. And I'm going to cast Glitter Dust again and try to blind it once more.
All right, let's see if Glitter Dust will work this time.
Come on, I really need this to work. Yeah. Yes. Unless you do your stupid thing, in which case...
It's true.
I was gonna say,
Well-
don't cheer yet.
I know.
He
I
doesn't
know.
Well, do not worry. You do manage to get it, but fortunately for you, it is also
Immune to blind.
your lucky day.
Oh. Oh.
So, as part of your lucky day, not only do you manage to spray this creature in the eyes with your glitter dust, blinding it, but in addition, it offers you a rare opportunity.
Ooh.
Off to its side, you notice that there are a number of souls in bottles tied around its waist very loosely. These souls belong to a multitude of different people, and anyone who wishes to may make a combat maneuver to try and snatch those orbs from its waist. And in doing so, would be able to either traffic or keep those souls for themselves.
CMB?
CMB versus CMD, yes.
Am I just dropping it straight in the chat? Or on him?
I think on your turn, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to make sure that I know what the hell I'm doing.
You can drag it from combat down the bottom of the combat tab. There's a CMB. You can drag it onto him and it will do the calcs for you.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
All right. Kichiro, we then go to you after Grax's amazing blinding light. The creature begins to thrash and yell.
Puny creatures! You think tricks will stop me? Me smash? Me crash, me break bones, and squeeze out soul. Roar!
Oh, I like this very much. Look at this guy.
He paints with words.
It
He
do.
does. He does.
Can't
All right,
squeeze
I'm
out what's
gonna
already a soul.
try the combat maneuver to snatch the
Soul
soul off
arrow.
of him.
All right, let's see it.
Oh,
Ooh, all right. You reach out, and with a swift lash of your hand, you reach out and you grab the orb, and you now pull it in your hand. Roll me a d6, please.
Not nice or bad. I'm guessing
Whoa.
nice.
I hope it's nice.
could be both.
Okay, that is. You have collected all 6 orbs in that single
Whoa.
strike.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah.
Well done. All right, that is your standard
this.
action. You do have a move action.
He's blinded. You could move.
Yeah, how does that work as far as attacks of opportunity if I wanted to move out of the way with him blinded?
He will not get any attacks of opportunity while he is blinded.
Sweet. I will step back out of range then, since I now have these souls on me to get.
Nice.
All right, you make your move and manage to add some distance to yourself. Okay. The daemon no longer has these souls. He thrashes and cries out. He seems to be agitated. He's sort of trying to almost reach for something that's not quite there. As he tries to go for the orbs, he looks and says,
Oh, no! Stupid souls! Steal from me! No! Must find it! Gives it back or it'll be too late!
And then, yeah.
Where's the precious?
unfortunately,
What you never had.
unfortunately for you, well, for him, should I say, as he calls out, it is all but too late. A gurgling sound is heard as suddenly
Uh-oh.
a huge
Oh,
spear
yeah, that's right. Oh,
stabs through the heart of this creature. Its actual heart, the organ, is at the edge of said spear as it rises up off the ground.
Jack's
Uh-oh.
trying. Oh, never mind. Jack's not going to try anything.
You sure? No. Finish what you're saying. I'd love to hear what you're saying.
Greg's seeing the heart sticking out at the end of the thing. I wanted to try and grab the heart off, but now that's not a spear.
That is absolutely not a spear. Preemptive warning for those of you with a phobia of arachnids. An incredibly large creature. A towering scorpion. Sorry, a towering scorpion-tailed man type thing. With a soundless grace and murderous intent rises from the ground. It stabs the creature, impaling it and immediately slaying it. Despite its size, it is incredibly quiet. It
Well, this
looks
went from bad to worse.
It looks in your direction as it tosses aside the carcass of the creature, like a rag doll almost, as it looks in your direction. You feel a terror wave over you.
Greg's just trying to recall what this thing is.
Now, I'm just going to change up my music real quick. As the creature finishes throwing
Looks
aside...
around for an exit.
You're in the open. You're in a field. So, it looks in your direction.
Begging your pardon, but I believe you have something that belongs to me. Those souls did not belong to that creature, and they certainly do not belong to you either. Rest assured, I kept my distance to see if you were potentially a threat, but I sense no danger here. And I do not kill that which I do not require to.
I gave him the souls.
You think we're a threat to you? Oh, right. Oh.
No, he said...
He said we're no danger.
Yeah, well,
I believe he's addressing you, Kichiro.
Yeah, Kichiro will walk forward and hold out the souls for him.
Just like that. No trade pro quo.
Ask him if he can bring us to the tower.
I assumed the trade was he was going to let us live in exchange for the souls.
Oh, I like this one.
Real nervously laughs as well. Looks around.
You clearly do not know to whom you speak.
I'd like to study it as well.
You want to go hide in this mausoleum?
As soon as you study it, 9 of its eyes immediately lock onto Kyrie. It is now focused on you, almost as if its entire conversation is now directed at you. You realize that studying it, this creature has no weaknesses. You've never seen this before. Not only does this creature not have weaknesses, every inch of it screams danger. There is not a single area that, if you were to draw any attack to it, would not result in an immediate death. You play this scenario out 100 times in your head, attacking maybe the flank or underneath the body or between its leg joints, and each and every time you visualize yourself being impaled, torn, ripped, and destroyed.
Sweet. So Kyrie would like to go. If you're good with it, a question. What do you intend to do with those souls?
That is a secret, I'm afraid.
Bill leans
Meanwhile,
back.
she's gonna turn to whoever's looking at her and be like, motioning with the with her hand.
What was that? Kill it.
No.
Brill leans back to Jet and goes, "Do you think we could ride it? Do you think it'd let us so we could ride all the way to the tower?"
Grex comes
Jack
up
doesn't
and he's
say
like,
anything. He is hyper focused on this thing. He is terrified.
Will you grant us? Will you aid us in safely passing to the tower?
My, you are quick to ask favors.
Well,
I mean,
since we're talking,
you said we're no threat to you, but I mean, you don't seem to be that harmful. I mean, you seem friendly.
Do I not seem harmful, little one? Do I not seem dangerous at all to you? Then...
I mean, you seem dangerous, but let's be... You have to be friendly to get friendly.
I think what he's trying to say is that everything is lethally threatened to Grax, so he's used to staring death in the face.
Oh, so not necessarily foolishness, perhaps some sort of unfounded bravery deep within these powerful
No.
words.
No, there's definitely foolishness,
Oh, absolutely.
but you haven't actually answered my question.
You made a request, not a question. Am I capable of your task? Of course I am. There is no place that is in this or any other realm that is beyond my reach. I was sent to collect these and return them to the realm in which they belong. And that is all you need to know about why I'm here.
Can you ask me a question then? Or can I ask you a question then instead? Oh, you know why I'm sorry.
Will you take us to the tower and keep us safe?
Absolutely not. For you do not know who or what you ask. You would not be able to pay the toll that would come from merely asking this question, let alone be responsible for what would happen after. I am the stabbing beast.
Just want to know why we're here. We're not actually dead.
You can make a knowledge religion check if you would like.
Yeah.
As soon as he says the words that he is the stabbing beast, it gives some of you pause. Nope, not with a 19.
Oh.
Not with a 13.
Oh, group inspiration. I'm gonna use my.
You may use your group inspiration.
Oops, come
Oof.
on. Aha.
All right, I know what your name is.
27.
If that's too much to ask.
He said the stabbing beast.
Oh, the stabbing beast. Okay.
So, when he says the stabbing beast, there's a moment where you're like, stabbing beast, stabbing beast. Why does that sound so familiar? And that's when it hits you. It doesn't hit you softly or quietly. It hits you.
Close I am.
It hits you like a ton of bricks. You realize exactly who this is. This is not a giant scorpion. This is the stabbing beast, the herald of the god Norgorber, god of greed, murder, secrets, and poison. This is one of the most
Shouldn't
deadly...
I know who this is then?
Are you a cleric? Do you have knowledge
No,
religion?
But that god's my jam.
Then you know about the god. Just like, I couldn't tell you what, like the
Fine.
Bible says on Mark page 5972. You gotta be a cleric to know this sort of stuff. Or have knowledge religion.
All right.
Well, I'm a cleric of some sorts.
Unfortunately, you didn't know
But
about
not for
this.
him.
Yeah, but Grax got it what he needed. So, this thing here is considered to be one of the most lethal and dangerous predators in the known cosmos. It uses a keen intellect, deadly poison to stalk and kill its prey instantly. Its natural form is that of a huge scorpion, but can also take the form of a huge armored humanoid for the purposes of stealthing or hiding its presence. The only time you will see it in this form is when it feels as though your lives are so well and truly firmly in its hands that it does not require the use of its stealth and subterfuge. The main purpose of it going anywhere or doing anything is to kill anything and anyone that is to be considered a worthwhile target for Norgorber. So, he looks back. He looks back at you, Grax, and his eyes were. His eyes are still half of them are focused on Kyrie, but you are welcome to tell the others and talk to the others about it.
Yeah, I would immediately be like, guys, we're, I'm so sorry, Mr. Stabbing Beast. And I would kind of get cowery, but at the same time, I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna kind of like, almost, it's like a slight bow, and just be like, I'm so sorry we didn't hand over the souls immediately. I didn't know you were around.
Do we notice Grax's change in demeanor?
Oh, I'd say yes.
Grax,
Also-
buddy, you want to fill us in?
Also, I would like
yeah,
to point out that I did absolutely hand the souls over immediately.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
What's your Isin?
I fill him in on who this is, as best as I can. Yeah, you don't ever get to see him in this. This is very, what's the word?
Terrifying?
Terrifying, fortunate, we're fortunate, that we get to see this rarity, but very much terrifying. He's almost never in this form. Well,
Say,
maybe
as soon
he
as
is, I
you
don't
say
know.
anything to do with Norgerber,
Norgorber.
Curious basically, thank you. Curious
Norgorber.
immediately gonna go like, oh shit.
Uh,
She
by-
knows that one.
Yeah. By the way, this encounter comes courtesy of McClover for the secret menu item. I hope you enjoy, because if they frickin' piss this dude off, I mean, like it's one thing to be like kind of an avatar of a god. It's another thing to be the avatar of the god of murder. They're only good at the one thing.
Murder.
All right. He turns and he says,
Now, little green thing. You were telling me about how I could be of service to you.
No, it's more like, how could we be of service to you?
Oh, no. I mean, you wanted to get to the tower, right?
I mean, yes, we don't wish to be here, because, we woke up in the graveyard back there, but
Well, that's exactly where we want to be. We be a tower over there.
at the same time, maybe we do want to be here. I don't know.
Do not worry, I merely jest. You see, I do not bother myself by killing those who have not either earned my ire or have been paid for the dispatchment. It's a bit of a waste, after all. I mean, why kill you now when someone could pay me to do it tomorrow? But I noticed
Well,
your
that's what I-
your friend who keeps side-eyeing me, trying to study me. Yes, I
I'm just
see you.
curious.
You wish to uncover the secrets of a servant of Norgorber now. Ah, you are brave indeed. The God of Secrets is not so ready to lay up their trove to those unworthy.
I meant no disrespect. It's an occupational hazard.
Hazard is our occupation.
Indeed, it is.
But you, my dear, do not seem to be faithful. I sense the smell of another deity upon you. Worse still, I sense doubt. Tell me, did you serve loyally?
Of course.
Did you pray with earnest and faithfulness?
I prayed with the blood of those I was paid to take the lives of.
And
Blood.
what?
What's this?
And what now?
The deity I am assuming you sent on me is here because I defiled their temple, not because I prayed to them.
I care not for this other deity. I care for why you do not stain blood and worship offerings to Norgorber anymore. Not that I care, mind you, you are but one servant among billions. But
I would say Kyrie would have the good sense to look. I don't know. What's the word? Guilty.
He looks you up and
He looks you up and down and sees that sense of guilt.
Very well. Perhaps there is something we can do for one another. If you wish to see the deity Pharasma and petition perhaps your soul to be let loose from its wrath, then I could help. Nothing in this land or many others would dare cross me. But I do not offer my services to any but those who serve and worship in earnest the God of secrets, greed, and poison. So I will make you a deal. I will allow you to travel in my wake. This will keep you safe on your approach. But the faithless irk me so. Some days I just want to wrap my pincers around them and squeeze them until the poppy fluid drips across my claws. They irk me and they vex me so, and so to prove that you are not one of these irksome creatures, I give you this.
You watch as he spins his tail forward and drips a pool of poison onto the ground. He then you then watch as it kind of solidifies almost into a shard, and he snaps it up, breaking it almost like obsidian.
The task is simple, though I won't do you the disservice of telling you what you need to do with this.
What exactly does he want you to do?
Would I know what it was?
It is a sharp piece of glass made of the poison of a giant god scorpion.
Well, I think you should carry on that. Kyrie, I think you should carry that.
Is it between his claws? Is it?
He's handing it over to you.
All right. Kyrie will hesitantly, and then she'll find her strength, I guess, and hold her hand out to receive it.
He places it in your hand.
She'll close her hand and draw it close to herself and say, "Who?"
The one you care for most. And no tricks. It can't be you, my dear.
Brill's eyes get really wide. Well, looks like we hit the dusty trail then. Brill takes a couple of steps back.
All right.
And
By the way, you guys are more than welcome to chime in or defend yourselves or whatever.
Yeah.
You guys, he is not being subtle or quiet about any of this stuff. It is out in the open.
Greg's just like,
Like-
is there any
like,
other
I was-
way?
I'm just confused.
So Brill looks around as well, and he just looks at our party members, and he's going to try and
Yeah, 'cause he
gauge
doesn't
to see how hurt everyone is.
Well, I think, based on what he's saying, inconveniently for us, potentially the one that she cares the most about has already died.
right? That's what I was gonna.
Although,
Okay.
perhaps not quite dead. So
Well,
I
and
guess
it's not like Jack and Kyrie know each other well enough, so Jack's assuming he's safe.
I would say,
Grax is
Kyrie
the
would
god,
like
the
to
super
inquire,
nervous
what
look.
if the one that I care for the most is not present?
Are they among the dead?
I do not know.
Then unfortunately you must pick from those of you who are here.
Bye, Grax.
No, Grax is gonna look around because the Harry Cromwell and everybody talked about Mistwind maybe. Grax is gonna take a look around and see if he can find him.
oh look, Mistwind, he's right over there.
All Grax hears from Mistwind in the distance. Fuck you.
You are a servant of the god of murder, which is something that would have happened to this person that I'm thinking of. So perhaps you could tell me if they are alive or dead.
Perhaps.
And then she would try to describe Mistwind, because I doubt just going, their name's Mistwind, would be helpful.
He was hated by all gods.
Not all gods, just most.
Well, yeah, it was like a half and half kind of thing. They didn't necessarily hate him or like him.
Your friend, Mistwind. There's only one way for me to find out if they're alive, and that is if you hire me to kill him.
Which would destroy the whole purpose of this exercise.
Well, true. There's nothing to say that you wouldn't get to him before I did if he was alive. But you would be responsible for sealing their fate. You may try to work your way around this, my dear, but unfortunately for you, I do not have eternity to wait. This is a simple task for someone who is loyal to the god of murder, poison, greed, and secrets. Show me that you're still loyal, and I'll help you. Fail to do so, and I will smite, well, whenever I feel. Perhaps I'll find this loved one of yours, dig deep into that mind and locate that secret, that tucked away little dirty secret that I can then use at any given time to fell the one you love.
So Rill steps up to Kyrie and looks over and says, well, if it's got to be someone, and you're not going to pick any of the other friends, I'm the last one here, so you might as well be me then.
I just met
Do you love me?
You are not the one I care for most.
Oh, well, I tried.
You are very lucky, young one. Because I've killed people in many different horrible and excruciating ways. But I've never seen someone die of embarrassment like that before.
Well, I was just trying to get out of a bad situation.
We win. We get to
When
go
the
for
giant
Christmas.
scorpion tells you to just take the L.
If no one else was here, Will, I still wouldn't kill you.
Well, that's the big let out, isn't it? And then I'm gonna slink back off in disgust and happiness because I didn't die.
Keeping in mind,
Sorry, just to FYI as well, Rill, your sanctuary is still in effect on Kichiro.
Oh, I thought it would have been off by now.
What is
No, I'm just
So what
clarifying.
does that mean?
I think it lasts till the end of the encounter.
It means technically Kichiro is protected from attack.
Can I drop it?
If you
Well,
want.
hold on now.
I didn't say I was going to drop it. I just said, can I drop it?
Look, I was trying to throw you guys a bone here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess Kyrie will turn and face Kichiro.
Oh.
Can you describe the shard thing to me again? Like, is it something that I can just
It's
try
li-
to stab into him?
Yeah, it's like an obsidian dagger. So it's literally like, imagine like a shard of glass that's like kind of been melted into a blade. That's kind of that, but it's just bright green. It's for thrusting and slashing.
All right. So Kyrie will bow her head to him and wait for him to do it back,
Ichiro will bow back.
Cool.
and then she will attempt to attack him with it.
All right. I need you to make a will save as you hit the barrier of the protection spell. A 10 is not enough. As you hit it, you push into it and you struggle against it. And I'm gonna make you re-roll it.
I knew
I want you to
it.
die, man.
Now,
I want Kichiro to die.
Ah! All right, your will save's even worse. So as it goes through, you push it with enough force, and you hear this sort of snapping sound as the obsidian dagger explodes and erupts in your hand. It does cut your hand, and I need you to make me a fortitude save.
Ooh.
Or die.
Oh no.
All right.
Well, it's the end
Oh,
of the
no.
thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the group inspo.
All right, let's do it. Group inspo it is.
Not worse.
That is not worse. All right. It is still not a success, though.
Can I give him mine?
No.
What if I added 4 to it?
That would also not succeed.
Okay.
You can try the reroll if you like.
Reroll and then use your second one to add +8.
You can't use your second one on the same roll.
I mean, I also have a nat 20.
You do have a nat 20.
You could do that.
Would
You don't
that
even know what you're
succeed?
saving against,
Yeah, nat 20 would succeed. You're saving against a god-killing poison.
Yes, I will use my nat 20 to save against a god-killing
It
poison.
only kills gods. It can't kill anything else.
That's right. It's like no
All right.
humans.
Okay, as you
rolling a 20.
all right, as it cuts your hand,
It
the
only kills gods.
as it cuts your hand, the poison enters your blood. You begin to rack in pain and anguish. As it does so, you begin to vomit. You vomit out what looks to be dirt and soil, and it continues to pour out of you. As it does so, you violently begin to heave and churn as it basically pours out the pieces of what looks to be a skeleton until there's one lying on the floor in front of you. But the pain is not over yet.
Ooh.
Your eyes then start to glow green and you begin to cry tears of poison as you fall backwards. Now, what is everyone else's reaction to all this going on?
Oh my
Real's
god,
just-
Kyrie!
Pattering on the back going, that's it, get all out, yeah, better out than in.
Would I have enough presence of mind to tell them all to back away because I don't want the poison to touch them?
You are choking on dirt and soil.
Okay, like immediately? Got it. So I'll try to wave them as best I can.
Sure. You guys get the impression she's telling you to get the hell away.
Well, Jack didn't move from his spot. He's just watching horror.
We got a nat 20.
Yep.
We got 20.
All right. Who's getting the nat 20, McClover? All right. As you are thrashing and moving around, I need you to roll me a percentage as the poison of Norgorba is attempting to force out the curse from Pharasma. All right, that is an 88. That is a success. So you get to choose. Will you take on the role of being a blessed of Norgorba? Or do you wish to continue on to the temple of Pharasma and remove the curse by getting her blessing? The choice is yours.
So I can remove the curse by returning to my old ways, or try to remove the curse by begging for Asma.
Atoning, not begging. She's not really one for like, she's not about like prostrate before me, yada 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 yada, or any of that stuff. She's just like, no, you just need to atone. You just need to, yeah. But the choice is yours, and it is a choice. You do not get the impression that the stabbing beast will kill you if you make the other choice.
I feel like Kyrie has actually been missing what she used to do, and it is a way to make money. So
it is, but it has been weighing
I'm
on.
going
Gold piece for finding that dog.
You also notice something
Right.
else. You also notice something else. In addition, the souls that the scorpion has in their hand, they are souls of other assassins and murderers and serial killers, destined for something too out there for even the other gods to know what truly happens to the souls of those taken in by Norgorba.
Okay, so this is also a possibility to not end up with a fate worse than.
I mean, no one knows what it is. Could be paradise.
Yeah.
Could definitely not be. Who knows?
I mean, not a good person.
But were you
rat.
trying to be?
No, I mean I wasn't trying to be bad, but I wasn't trying to be good either.
So you went to the Hero Academy just for like the lulz? You're like, yeah, cool. You know what? Let's do a summer abroad. See how the other side live.
I went to the
pretend
Hero
to be a
Academy
hero.
because if I didn't, I would have been put to death.
That too.
True. True. I mean, there's no wrong answer here.
Except for the
Okay.
wrong one.
Right?
Reel's
Except for
like
the wrong
patting
one.
on the back.
We can always do it. We can
no,
always
you
do
got
it.
all that-
We can always do a poll in chat. See what chat thinks.
Oh.
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Wait,
Kalendra,
You got
throw
all
out the
that
poll.
poison out?
Now, meanwhile, I'm gonna turn
so
the.
here's-
I'm gonna.
Well, I was gonna say I have a reason for both ways. If I could throw that out there before the poll goes up, real quick. So
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna leave that one for last, only because we'll get the poll up.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll set it up, but I want to have everyone deliver one line about like what they would say to Kyrie to help her with the choice that they'd want. So let's start with Cromwell. Cromwell, what do you say?
Remember that you've freed yourself from this once, Kyrie. You now forge your own path. Although it is your choice to make, you would be sacrificing the gains you've made so far.
That's good. I like that one. Rill.
Real. Okay. Well, I'm only being with you for a short time, maybe a couple of hours or something like that. I don't exactly know. But Path of Redemption is better than like Path of killing people and stuff like that. Take it from me, being a cleric, a samurai, redemption is much better, I reckon.
Okay, I like that. Grax.
You could still be a hero, good or bad. Just make sure to remember who your friends are.
That
Okay.
basically sounds like Grax is saying you could still be a bad hero.
Right? That's what I hear.
That
you
is
can
exactly
still kill
what he
people.
said.
Yeah.
All right. Jet.
Well, Jet, knowing that they haven't known each other for too long, though, knows enough and goes, "You worked this hard and got this far to help your friend's soul. Are you really going to damn them just for a little bit more gain?"
I mean, I would damn them if you would add some gain to your microphone.
How about you
Oh.
buy me a new one? Because it's nothing I can fix, as I've said this last time.
He says that as he fixes it just by speaking closer to it.
Kichiro.
Yes, Kichiro is not big on giving advice, really. So he barely could give himself good enough advice, so he doesn't go around trying to sway people. So he'll essentially tell her that it is her choice. At the end of the day, all I can do is help you lay out the pros and cons for it, but it is entirely up to you. And no matter how much persuasion I put into it, you're going to do what you want to do, what your heart truly wants. So the decision is truly yours.
But the path of redemption is much better. Killing people for money, it's not good.
I mean, we do that.
Not yet, I don't.
Well, you do.
What Balgorn would have said. The teacher.
Okay.
So what's your decision?
Out of character, Falcon probably would have crapped himself.
He'd be like hiding in one of the two stuff.
And I'd just like to point out, this is OOC, Miss Wynn damned herself by the time they died.
It's true. It's true.
Well, that wasn't all me.
All right. The decision.
I thought you were doing a poll. Was I supposed to do the poll?
Yes. That's why I bought you
God
time.
damn it.
It's why I bought you time by asking everyone what they were thinking.
Well, I heard a lot of clicking and clacking.
No, it's fine.
All right,
I'll
hold
put
on.
on some spooky music and be like all ominous and stuff. Ready? Here we go.
Nor Gerber. Am I butchering this poor gentleman's name?
No
Or
Gorber.
Gorber.
No Gorba.
No Gorba. All right. While we're doing this, guys, in chat,
Not burger.
for those of you who may not know what's going on, Kyrie, our ratfolk slayer, was formerly an assassin under the god Norgorba. Now, the trouble with this is that after giving up that life to try and make a better life for themselves as a hero, they realized that there was an element to their lifestyle before which they missed thoroughly. During the adventure, Kyrie, through one reason or another, blasphemed in the house of the goddess of death and was cursed, and is now getting exhausted, not being able to rest and recuperate. After now what is a few strong days without sleep or rest of any kind, Kyrie's body is starting to give way. In desperation, more and more efforts are being made to try and cure her by approaching and beseeching the goddess Pharasma directly to relinquish her curse. But instead, we now have an opportunity provided by our wonderful chat, the presence of a herald of her old god, offering amnesty, offering a way back. But it would then condemn her, putting her forever in the clutches of Norgorba. So, Kyrie, moment of truth.
Kyrie feels that it is easy to say the path of redemption is the right one. She has her doubts, obviously, given who she was. She's tired. And she doesn't want to keep traveling in this place. That's the side for Norgorber. Excuse me. Jesus, I'll get it right sometime. However, she wasn't lying when she said that Mistwin was probably the one that she cared for most. And leaving him, her, them to what is going on doesn't feel great. That's mostly the other side. She has no qualms about killing people for money. Zero. None. Zilch. And from what I gathered, the only people who might judge her if she does serve again are the two people she barely knows.
Oh no, Jack couldn't really care either way, to be honest. He's just reminding you you're doing this for Mistwin anyway, so why stop? But to Jack, it really doesn't matter. He's basically helping a stranger help a stranger.
I think Kyrie would choose service, and I think that I will find that path more interesting as a player as well. So I'm going to choose to serve the god of murder again.
All right.
But I can help you. The tower's right there.
We're like 2 feet away. No.
Just take my hand and we can just walk it together.
All right. Casting aside the offering of walking to the tower, Kyrie makes their way, gesturing towards the large scorpion-like creature. As this happens, the poison once again bubbles in your chest, and you feel your heart clench. The skeleton rises and begins to take form. The form is of Mistwin. Mistwin's skeleton reaches out, and you watch as it tries to grab onto you. And as it does, it seems to be unable to grasp you. Angered, it continues one after the other, its hand seeming to almost pass as if it can't touch you. Until eventually, you come to a halt directly in front of the scorpion. He says,
Wise decision. I'm not surprised. You have the thirst, one that can only be slated with death. I bestow with you a gift. It is a simple one, but one that will truly be worthy of you. Your blood now carries my poison. Use it to tip your blade, but be warned, it is potent stuff, meaning that you will no longer know the touch of another, the companionship, the intimacies of life. Your duty from henceforth is to take it, and should you choose, your own life as well. But I wish you well on your journey, and I look forward to many prayers. Praise be to Norgorber. And as for this thing,
you watch as he opens up one of the bottles that he was carrying, and the soul becomes sucked into the bottle. He throws it at Kyrie, who catches it, thankfully, before it drops.
a parting gift. But don't let any of the Pharasmans catch you with it.
and you watch as he burrows himself, scurrying into the ground. As you do so, it disappears from view.
And in its place, a purple worm comes out.
Aha! And
No.
eats him!
No.
The sky continues to stretch with a dark and ominous look. But you watch as it begins to fade. The moon disappears, the graveyard, and everything in between. As you awaken once again in the old ramshackled temple. Sorry, no, on the old cavern in the cave of the Cold Rider. Here, Kyrie, the first time in nearly a week, you sleep and you rest peacefully. And
Yay, sleep.
that is where we're going to end today's session.
Yay!
With
Yay.
exhaustion having been now removed, the curse now gone, Norgorber's blessing now given. But before we move ahead, before we sign off, we have one last little leg to do, and I'll do this just because I think it's going to be important. The next day's travel goes by well. There's the sound of the dog sleds moving through the snow and traveling across the lands. And eventually, further up ahead, you come to what looks to be a tiny village. So small, in fact, it only has maybe 6 or 7 different houses here. Nadia says that this is Elsprin. It is the village of her cousin, Maret Truskin. Maret's husband, Borvald, is someone who may be able to help them get into Whitethrone, should they require the help. But it may require a little bit of coaxing, for he is a stern man and does trade with Whitethrone regularly, and would not sooner risk his position for the sake of some strangers. But perhaps, because Nadia is family, and obviously his wife is cousins, there may be hope there. As the carts pull in close, you come to a sight of a solitary wooden house on the outskirts of this village, partially surrounded by a small grove of trees and hardy shrubs, far from one another and the house itself. A thin column of smoke rises from the chimney, but there's no other signs of life from within, and the windows and shutters have been pulled closed. 15 feet in front of the homestead lies a humanoid shape, face down. The snow around the figure is dyed bright red. And as this occurs, Rill, you step off the wagon along with the others to investigate. But in doing so, you notice something. There is a marking upon your arm, a strange marking. You start scratching at it, almost as if it's been there not long, like a fresh tattoo almost. Thinking back on it, you recall how you got it. The 2 cultists, the 2 Hakuva, wrote this on you to sacrifice you to the Baba Yaga, yourself and the other hostages. And as you disembark and walk close, the arm gets itchier, the symbol gets brighter, and you look at your hands just in time to watch your entire body freeze in ice.
Face. Nice.
And that is where we're going to end today's session. So
Coming up
thank
saying,
you.
nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Oh no.
All right. Now, guys, for those of you who don't know, our friend Brune is going to be joining in on and off, and this is how we have decided to do this. This is Frozen Rin. Frozen Rill. When Rill is frozen, well, he's frozen. He's nice. This is pretty much self-explanatory. I feel like I set that up for an explanation for no reason. But yes, Brune and Rill will be back, and they will continue on with the adventures as we continue. But yeah, hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. We had a lot of really, really cool people in chat. We are
great.
now. Guys, we are now even closer. Look at that. We are now even closer to our Gen Con goal.
Yeah.
And during the stream, I actually got some absolutely amazing news. That is, of course, none other than my dear friend Myri from Orchidspalter TV will also be going to Gen Con, which means I will be going there. And we'll be hanging out, we'll be making a ton of content, and we'll be doing stuff and having fun with Myri. So yeah, all the cool stuff. So very, very awesome. Party is clericless. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Twiggly. Yes, it is.
Sure is.
It sure is. But you know what? There are a number of things the party has that most regular games don't, and that is, of course, you guys in the audience continuing to help support and grow the group, whether it's through the hero points that you've given them, the magic items, or on occasion, the frickin' legendary items that now we have for some people. So there's that. Kyrie now has a god boon. Rill now has a giant freaking mythic weapon, and Grax now has a raiment of the weasel, like the white weasel. So there's a whole bunch of cool stuff here. So there you go. There you go. That's it. Need to hit the cleric. Need to hit the cleric LFGs when you get to the next village. Yes, yes you do. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. But unless, like all good things, this must come to an end, we are going to go and raid. But before we do, guys, as always, thank you so much for joining us and being a part of our community. It means so much to get you guys to just hang out, have a good time, and just, be the awesome people that I know you guys are. We are going to go and raid our friends over at Troll Lord Games, because they're just good people, and they are publishers who do awesome stuff. They're currently doing an interview, kind of like a coffee talk show in the morning kind of stuff. So we're going to go and send some love over there. If you want to see me next, I'm going to be on Careful Cantrip tomorrow morning, and we're going to be talking about GM appreciation. We're going to be looking at some of my best moments GMing. We're going to be looking at some of like our favorite GM moments, like our favorite from our other favorite GMs and stuff. We're going to go watch a bunch of stuff like that, talk about it, commentate on it, and just share a world of love for the people out there who create magic in their world. So yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. We hope that you guys had a good time. And as always, stay safe, stay wonderful. Until we meet again, as always, game hard or die trying. Good night, everyone. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.